Hello, good morning. It's Monday and I'm vlogging. I've got the week off this week, so that's exciting. So I'm just gonna do, I think I'm gonna do a week off vlog. So it's 11 o'clock, it's quite late in the day for me. I usually get up early, but I didn't today. I kind of just, actually I don't think I woke up particularly late. I think I woke up at a normal time, and I just like lazed about on the couch, had a couple of coffees, watched a bit of YouTube, that kind of thing. So that's quite a nice start to the day. Excuse my hair, by the way, it's wet. I've just got out of the shower and I really couldn't be bothered drying it, so I didn't. So yeah, it's 11 o'clock. I'm on my way to my mum's. Just gonna go there for a coffee, presuming that she's in. I think she will be. Oh shit. No, well, I'll find out anyway. And then I'm gonna go shopping. I'm gonna go to my mum's for coffee, and also I'm gonna have a little rummage through her recycling. Because I've got a DIY project that I want to do, which of course I will show you if it's a success anyway. Sorry. I am in still traffic, by the way, and I just looked at my phone. Yeah, so I've got this little DIY project that I want to do. I can't find anything suitable in my recycling, so I'll go and see if my mum does, and also my mum's a bit better at recycling than I am, and she cleans her stuff better than I do, so so for pure laziness reasons, go see what my mum has. Okay, so I have been to my mum's, I've been through her recycling, I've got some good pots, I think, for my project. I knew she'd have some good ones. It's now 12:20 and I am on my way to Aldi. Also, go on, out you go. My mum had just watched, I don't know if it's this morning or last night, but she watched my getting to know me video, and she wanted to just put some things straight. So she was, apparently there is a story to my name, and she's really annoyed with me that I didn't know it, because she probably has told me it before, but I didn't remember it. So first of all, apparently I was called Amy for a couple of days, but that didn't feel right. So they couldn't think of a name, couldn't decide on a name, and apparently she'd just read a book on Catherine Parr, and she thought that Catherine Parr seemed like a nice person, so in that particular book, so she decided that she might as well name me after a nice person. So that's where the name Catherine came from. And apparently my sister wasn't calling me Kathy, she was calling me Kat and Catty. So I have got the story right. So there we go, it's named after Catherine Parr. Also, there is a bit of a link to, this has nothing to do with my name, but there is a bit of a link to the Parr family and our hometown of Kendal, because Kendal Castle was owned by the Parr family. So actually a lot of streets in Kendal are named like Parr Street, and there is a school called Queen Catherine and stuff like that. So yeah, there is a bit of a link there, but that's just coincidental. What else did she say? Oh, also she said that my that I have worse habits than socks in the bed. Oh, and apparently she does the same, so I obviously get that off her. But yeah, she was like, you've got much worse habits than that. And when I asked her what, she said sulkiness. Not true. Mood, did she say moodiness? I don't know, she implied that. What else did she say? Indecisiveness, which is kind of true, but I have grown out of that a little bit, so I'm not as, I did used to be horrendously indecisive, I'm not as bad now. And then the phone rang, so she got interrupted pointing out all my bad habits. So yeah, that was that. So I just thought I would update you on that and let you know from the horse's mouth. This van is gonna, that's really close. Well, I hope this vlog does end up being more than me just sat in my car. But I don't know, that's all I seem to have done today. Where did them horses go? Oh, cyclists, horses. Sorry, there's some horses. So I'm just having to like creep really slowly. Thank you. Today was the day I was meant to sort my life out, but it hasn't happened. I don't know where the day's gone. I can only presume I've been abducted by aliens at some point, because I went out at 11 o'clock, went shopping, and then went to Mum's, went shopping, and then by the time I got home it was 2:30, and I actually don't know how that happened. Excuse me. You're going a little bit fast for an old country lane, aren't you? Anyway, so I've just taken Matthew to his girlfriend's house, but she lives in the middle of absolutely nowhere. It takes about 20 minutes to drive there from our house, so that's kind of taking up a bit of extra time as well. But there we go. He's not seen her for a week or whatever it's been, which when you're 15 is a long time to not see your girlfriend or boyfriend, apparently. And he got her a little present when we were away, so we had to go and give that to her. I must say, it's good at getting presents, I think. He always chooses well. So he got her a makeup case because he's noticed that she keeps her makeup in carry bags. So I thought that was nice. In fact, last year, I'll tell you a little story. Last year, Matthew did it was last summer, he did his first proper week's work with his dad on his dad's farm, and he worked for the whole week, and I can't remember how much he made, but he made himself, you know, a proper wage. And where were we going last year? Edinburgh, I think we were going to Edinburgh. And so he saved his money for our Edinburgh trip. Apart from the one thing he did buy, and the first thing he bought with his first proper wages, was a candle for me, which I thought that was absolutely the sweetest thing ever, and I still have that candle. I'll show you when I get home if I remember. And I'm never going to light it, I'm going to keep it forever, because I just thought that was like the absolute loveliest thing. You know, he saved all his money, but he did decide to go and buy me a present. And I should tell that story forever. Anyway, off home now. It's 4:10, so I don't know if anything's actually going to get done today, but we'll see. So I just thought I'd really quickly nip into B&Q on my way home. Unfortunately, it hasn't ended up being quick at all. He ended up seeing one of my favouriteest, loveliest clients in there, so we were talking for quite a bit. Well, not loads, but we were talking quite a bit, so that kind of, I mean, it was lovely, but that kind of held me up a bit. And then I saw one of my neighbours, who again is absolutely lovely, but we were talking for ages, and it's now nearly 5 o'clock, so excuse the towel turban and the dark eyes, I've just got out of the shower. So well, so much for vlogging every day. It's now Wednesday and I never picked up my camera at all yesterday, so sorry about that. I didn't do anything though, I was just sorting out the spare room, or attempting to, but it hasn't got finished, of course. Anyway, Matthew stayed out at his friend's house last night, and he assured me he will be back this morning to help sort out his absolute mess of a room. I don't even know if I dare show you it. I'll show you it. So here is all the junk. Well, it's not all junk, the floor's half done, it's not finished yet. So I just need him to come home and like just sort out what he wants to keep, what he doesn't want to keep. Also we need to build his desk, which is going over there. Yeah, he said he will be back this morning, but it's already 11:06 and I haven't had any word from him. But I think morning to a 15-year-old is probably about 1 o'clock, isn't it? So I might just give him a ring actually and see. I bet he doesn't answer. He's like, yeah, I'll be back in the morning to help you. Mind you, I need to do some tip runs, which I can do without him.
Mobile number you've called is currently unavailable.
Of course it is. Oh well. Let's crack on and oh, I bust my lip yesterday. And I hit my head as well. I don't think that's... I can feel it, but I don't think it's showing. I dropped a box on it. I was like putting some stuff up high and I dropped a box on my face. So, do you know what? Once actually, another funny story. I'm telling you stories in it's a storytelling vlog. This one, a little while ago, I was in Asda. There was a lad who worked at Asda, stood on one of them stool things, getting stuff down from the top shelf, boxes of biscuits down from the top shelf, and I bobbed down next to him to get something off the bottom shelf, and he didn't know I was there, and he didn't look, and he just dropped the box of biscuits on my head. It was really embarrassing. And it really hurt, actually. You wouldn't think a box of biscuits would hurt, but I mean, it was a big box of biscuits. So that was embarrassing. I mean, he was embarrassed, obviously. He was like, oh, I'm so sorry, you okay? And I was just, yeah, it just quickly scurried off because I was embarrassed, because I don't know, I just found it embarrassing. It's funny, isn't it, how like we behave in situations like that. I got hit by a car a few months ago. Well, I mean, that sounds dramatic. I was stood behind a car and it reversed into me. And anyway, there was a guy across the road who was going mad, like shouting at the driver. And I was just so embarrassed, I just walked away. I didn't even do anything. I didn't even know if I was hurt. Well, no, I did know that I wasn't hurt, but like, it's just the adrenaline just makes you like, not think about it till afterwards. Well, anyway. There's a couple of little pointless stories for you. This is my little DIY project that I was doing. A little cement plant pot for Matt's room. Unfortunately it didn't work. I think I took it out of the mould and it wasn't quite set. But yeah, that's what I was doing. And then I painted it on this side just to see what it will look like. That's like a sample of his paint that's in his bedroom. So that was the idea, and then I'm going to put little cactuses in like that. So I thought that was quite a nice little accessory without being too girly. I don't know if Matt would agree with that, but there we go. So anyway, I'm on my second attempt at making them now. So I've just poured some cement mix in there with water, put the little plant pot that the cactus came in and weighed it down with some stones to make the hole. Again, I've thrown it away now, but the bottom of this came out, which, like I said, I think it's because I didn't leave it to set too long. So there we go, and there's my pots that I got from my mum's house. My mum says this soup's delicious, by the way, so there you go, recommendation. Also, I remembered I said that I'd show you the candle that Matt got me when he was working at his dad's. So this was it. It's actually faded quite a lot now, but isn't that lovely? Raspberry spritzer. Gorgeous. Bless you. Good morning. It's 5 to 10. Oh sorry, I'm opening the curtains. It's 5 to 10. I just had a shower and been lazing about a bit this morning. I'm gonna go and wake Matthew up in a minute because of course we didn't do the desk yesterday because he didn't get the bus home from his friends till about 3 o'clock, so I just ended up going to my sister's for the afternoon. That's the washing machine finishing there, bleeping if you heard it. So I'm trying to tie the curtains back, but it's a bit tricky with your hands full. Oh, by the way, them Scentsy wax melt things that I got are absolutely brilliant. I love them. Really, really strong smelling. This smelt the whole house out. Which I have I was going to say I have a big house. I don't have a small house, but I have a very tall house. And the smell filled the house. It was really, really nice. And I've had them on. I'm going to light them again now, actually. I had them on. I think this will be my 5th time now using the same wax in the pot. And they still smell strong. So I ended up giving half pack to my sister. I am currently burning, I think it is Amazon Rain or something like that. I can see the postman. Is he coming here? If he is, it's with bills, so we can fuck off. No offence, Mr. Postman. What am I saying? Yeah, Amazon Rain, absolutely lovely. I would recommend them. But I looked up the price. They're actually £6 a bar. They're on sale at the moment for £5.40. If you just Google Scentsy, it'll come up. Is he coming here? Is Mr. Postman coming here? He's just coming. No. Right, sorry. It turns out I can't do two things at once. I can't talk and do that. Dice is fast asleep. Oh, just woken him up. Morning, fella. You having a lazy day today? Having a lie in? Yeah, why not? Why not have a little lie in? Right, what the heck am I baffling on about? I don't even know. Scentsy, lovely. £6 a bar, very expensive. So I might treat myself again, but it would definitely be a treat. I won't be getting them all the time. That's for sure. So yeah, I'm waking Matt up soon and we're gonna do his desk. Definitely. Going out for tea tonight with my friend Keith. Or Keith, as I like to call him. Keith. Oh, there's me. Had a glass of wine last night and 2 coffees this morning. So yeah, we're gonna go to, there's a new restaurant opened in Windermere, or Bowness actually, I think it is. But it turns out it's really expensive, and well, we're both self-employed single parents, so we won't. We're not going there anymore. But we are still. I think we're still going somewhere in Windermere. I think we're going to a tapas place instead, so that'll be nice. Hello, good morning. So I'm just come to get my car. I'll probably give a false sense of how much I drive in these vlogs. It probably seems like I drive quite a lot, and I don't actually. I hardly ever drive. In fact, I think I did 1,000. Well, I know that I did 1,000 miles in my car last year. It's craziness, isn't it? Hardly worth it. So yeah, I've just driven around to get I've walked around to get my car to drive it to my house because I've had to park miles away, as I often do. Because I'm gonna go to the recycling, so I just need to put some cardboard in that I could walk around and put like the bigger bits. I decided I'd drive around and collect them, go and do that, and then my mum's coming round at 11:30 to have her hair cut and her nails done. So yes, that is that. Here I am at home. So here are my little DIY pots. What do you think? I'm going to do another one as well. But I'm not sure what mould I'll use. I want a different shape or a bigger shape or something. So there we go. Let me know what you think. I'm in the car again. with wet hair again. Today I have actually been and test drove a new car. Because this one apparently is rotting underneath and it's gonna need quite a bit of work doing if it's gonna pass its MOT, so, which is a bit sad. So I've been to test drive a new car today. It's nice, it's like newer than this one and nicer than this one, but still a little bit sad. And also this car is a 1.6 and the new car is a 1.2, which I didn't realise, but you can really feel the difference. I don't know why I didn't realise that, but I just didn't, because I've only ever had this car, I've never had another car, so I didn't really realise how much of a difference there was. But there we go. So I ended up stalling it a couple of times, which is a bit embarrassing. But it's just because I'm not used to it. Like I say, I've never had another car, never driven another car. Well, apart from my instructor's car. When I learned to drive, I did one of them intensive driving courses. So I was only in my instructor's car for 5 days. So anyway, I'm on my way now to go and pick my friend up who's coming around for tea. His van's broken, so that's why I'm picking him up. Oh, cat in the road. So yeah, he's going around for tea. I'm sounding quite sociable as well this week, which I'm not really, but I went out last night, which is nice. Robin's going around tonight, and then I'm going out to my friend's side tomorrow night. So get me 3 social events in 1 week. Not like me at all. I'm going to end the vlog here because it is a week off vlog and I'm back at work tomorrow, Saturday, which I'm not well, I'm not dreading it, but I'm not massively looking forward to it either. Anyway, I'm going to stop baffling on. I think this vlog's quite long enough, probably not very interesting. So anyway, as always, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I shall see you all again next week. See you later.